Okay, let's get to this on the road. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, just go onto my YouTube channel and just searching on my channel Pokemon as just like not Pokemon, just Character Battle Royale, and there will be a bunch of Pokemon from Gen 2 to Gen 5 right now. I'm doing, and itchy nose, and there will also be like a Purple Guy versus what's his name? Jeff the Killer. And that, bear in mind, that came out before Sister Location did, so it's Purple Guy is information is a tad bit outdated, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, on to this. Oh yeah, and the rules are no hidden abilities, no breeding or TM or HM moves, and no items. Okay, so this is like if this was a wild one of each, like Screw Attack did in the Death Battle series. So this one, first we have Chestnut. Oh yeah, and there's 3 rounds. Best who has the highest in each stats. Anyway, I'll explain this as we go. My favorite design and who I think would win in a battle based on their design and characteristics. So this is the Chestnut. Basically, this Chestnut's design is based off a knight. It's like like a knight, so all of that chivalry and defeating evil and such. This is base stats if you want to read them, and the way it's damage normally, weak to, and resistant to, and that I've managed to get them to look better in this one. It has the most HP, attack, and defense. It has the least special attack, is second in special defense and third in speed. Gets 3 points for its stats. And these are the moves that I have given it today: Spiky Shield, Hammer Arm, Seed Bomb, and Giga Impact. Next we have Delphox, based off a wizard, so it'd be more smart. It's smarter, that's why it's Psychic type, because Psychic and smart and wizards and stuff. Stats are there for you, why it's damaged by weak, normal, and everything. And if there's no immunity, if there's not an immunity slot, that means they're immune to nothing. It's second in HP, third in attack, second in defense, first in special attack, first in special defense, and second in speed. 2 points. Its moves for today are Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Sunny Day. Here we have Greninja. Just Greninja, Water Dark. It's immune to Psychic, which is the only one out of these 3 that have an immunity. It is third in HP, second in attack, third in defense, second in special attack, third in special defense, but first in speed. It gets 1 point for its stats. So Chestnut is the winner for the stat in the stat department. It has the highest in different stats out of these 3. And its moves are Water Pulse, Night Slash, Max Block, and Shadow Sneak. And the characteristics I would attribute to Greninja would be stealthy. I would attribute them to be not a Pokemon to go for a head-on attack, but to hide in the shadows and then strike when it is least expected. Now, if these 3 got into a fight, how do I think it would go? Well, Chestnut being the knight, I wanted to knights, always wanted to vanquish evil, and Dark type in Japan or China, wherever, is the evil types. I think Chestnut would go for Greninja first, but it being the slowest of the 3, it will not be able to get the hit off first, but Greninja would have to take evasive actions and the counter attack. So it would have to use Mat Block or or night or water pulse or something on it. There's not really much I could do to it, so I just say I would have to do a mat block and then block the incoming attack. At which point in it, Chestnut while he was doing that, because Fennekin is faster and smarter, it would use something like Flamethrower to break the mat block, letting Chestnut get a free hit. So maybe you Seed Bomb. And Greninja is fragile, and when I say fragile, I mean fragile. Look at that defense. Look at that HP. It ain't surviving a stab. What is it? 80 base power Seed Bomb from this thing. So Greninja is just gonna be swept easily and just knocked out, KO'd out for the count. Then Delphox would use Flamethrower on Chestnut. Now Chestnut being reasonably bulky thanks to his HP, despite his relatively low special defense stat, I think it would be able to take one Flamethrower very badly. It would definitely do at least half of its health, and then it would definitely go for Delphox. But being as it has no really good moves for it to hit Delphox with, it might just go for Giga Impact, possibly miss, but I 50-50 sure of Giga Impact KOing. And that's if it doesn't go for like Spiky Shield to protect itself. Well, ultimately that would just delay the inedible. And I'd say either to Delphox, because I have used Delphox before and it is reasonably bulky. I've used it against a Greninja and it has survived a good hit from a Greninja. So I'd say to probably be able to maybe survive a Giga Impact, maybe badly, but there's also that 10% chance it would miss. So either due to Delphox surviving or the move missing, and being as Delphox is fast and smart, and I definitely say it would be easy for a Delphox to like dodge it. This is going off by like anime, well, from the stats of the game to like more anime, like in the battle is like anime kind of style, if you know what I mean. It's more, so the battles are more like if it was done in an anime. Anyway, so you know, and then the Delphox would just finish off with another Flamethrower, and Chestnut would just be out for the count, and the winner for the battle would be Delphox. So, who has my favourite design? Now, in every generation, I haven't mentioned this here, but in every generation, there always seems to be this one the Pokemon that doesn't really isn't as good as the other two other two starters in that generation. That's what I'm trying to say. Generation 1, it was Bulbasaur's line. In Generation 2, it was Chikorita's line. In Generation 3, it was Mudkip's line, I guess, because nobody really cares about Mudkip's line apart from Mudkip itself, because it has a meme. Unless you're talking about Mega Swampert, which wasn't introduced until Generation 5 in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and that's only for Double's Rain Team. In Generation 4, it was Pimple because it was weak to the other two stab. It was weak because of the steel typing. It was weak to ground and fighting, which Torterra had ground, Infernape had fighting. Yeah, it just got completely demolished by Torterra and Infernape. In Generation 5, it was Tepig because the fire fighting starters were really starting to get annoying, and nobody really wanted to use it. All that Tepig had going for his eye was kind of cute, really. And then, now, here we come to Generation 6. Now, most people will say that Delphox is the most disappointing of the three, being as when Fennekin was first introduced, teased, there was loads of fan art going around like what a Magician Fox would look like. And but being as that fan art was better than what we actually got, they attribute this to that being that Delphox is bad. I disagree. I would say Chestnut is worst because it wasn't even good. Chespin wasn't even good enough to get fan art when it was announced. Nobody really cared, and if it was actually good enough for anybody to care and actually, you know, make fan art of what Chespin could have evolved into, I definitely say that, you know, it would just be even more disappointing than Delphox was. And Greninja is just, I like how it remains true to like its ninja design origins, where ninjas would not typically wear black. Well, it would either be a ninja or a thief. Either way, would not typically wear black. They would wear dark navy blue. Mind you, I guess that could also be a reference to the fact that you could either take it as a ninja frog, even though its name is Greninja, or a thief frog, even though its name is Greninja, where thieves typically are known to be wearing black, which is resembled as shiny. But I don't particularly like it, because if it wasn't for the protein ability it has, nobody would care about it. The shiny's cool, but ultimately nobody would care about it if it didn't have protein. So I have to say my favourite is Delphox, because I do like the Fennekin's line, because I do like foxes, and it is just, I do love Delphox's design personally. So Delphox wins 2 rounds out of 3, the fighting round and the design round. But hey, if you disagree with me, feel free to post down in the comments what you disagree with me about and how you think it should have gone. Also, you know, by me saying that they're not as good as the other two, I'm not saying they're bad Pokemon. It's just like Bulbasaur was overshadowed by what people would essentially call a fire dragon, you know, a flying fire dragon, whatever, and a tortoise with cannons on its back. And being as Charizard was the most popular back then, you know, if you were on multiplayer, you know, it'd best just take Blastoise, and Blastoise would easily deal with any Charizards you see. So ultimately Bulbasaur, even though it makes the game the easiest, it just gets overshadowed by the other two. Chikorita's main problem was it's really weak to all the gyms in the game. Mudkip's fault is just forgettable. It's outclassed by Blaziken for competitive battling, and Trico's line for looking the coolest. And like I said, Plimsoll's only fault is that Line's only fault is that it's part of Steel and it's weak to the other two typings. And like I said, Tepig's only fault is that it's fire fighting, although the stats don't do it justice for what the moveset is. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.